Happy morning. Welcome to our online class. Class 8, Subject Science. Today we are stepping into the next unit, that is Unit 6, and the name of the unit is Water. And in this unit we are going to see the introduction, composition and properties of water. First, let us see the composition of water. 3/4 of our planet Earth is filled with water. You all know that. And water exists in 3 states, namely solid, liquid and gas. Water on the surface of the Earth is found mainly in ocean, and the composition of ocean will be around 97.25%, and in the form of polar ice caps and glaciers, and it is in the percentage of about around 2.05%, and the remaining is in lakes, rivers and aquifers, which is in the form of groundwater. Even our body is made up of 65% of water, but it is not apparent. Water is chemically stable compound, and its chemical name is dihydrogen monoxide, which means dihydrogen monoxide, H2O. It can be broken up into hydrogen and oxygen when an electric current is passed into it. And now let us see the electrolysis of water. It can be easily explained with the help of an experiment, and in this experiment setup we can able to see a glass beaker which is fixed with the 2 carbon electrodes, and it is filled with water up to 1/3 of its volume. The positive carbon electrode acts as anode and the negative carbon electrode acts as cathode. 2 test tubes are placed on the electrodes as shown in the figure. The electrodes are connected to a battery and current is passed until the test tubes are filled with a particular gas, and if the gas collected is tested using a burning splint, we can notice that this gas in cathode side burns with a puffing sound when the burning splint is brought near the mouth of the test tube, and this property is usually shown by the hydrogen gas, and so it is confirmed that the gas inside the test tube is hydrogen, and the burning splint placed near the anode side burns more brightly, confirming that it is oxygen gas. And this experiment shows that water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, and the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 2:1. And now let us move into the preparation of water. Water was first prepared in 1781 by an English scientist, and the name of the scientist is Henry Cavendish. He discovered hydrogen gas when active metals reacts with sulfuric acid. The hydrogen released was highly inflammable and burnt to form a colorless product that is said to be water. For example, zinc reacts with sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate with the removal of hydrogen gas, and this hydrogen will combine with oxygen to form water. Water is also produced by the reduction of metal oxide by hydrogen, burning of hydrogen in air and burning of hydrocarbon in air. Respiration of plants and animals also release water. And now let us move into the properties of water. Water has some important properties which are familiar to us, but these properties are unique to water. And now let us see what are all the physical properties of water. So in case of physical properties, you will be having 8 different properties of water, and the first one is nature, second one is boiling point, and the third one is freezing point, and then density, expansion of water, latent heat of fusion of ice, and then latent heat of vaporization of water, and the last one is specific heat capacity. First, the property is nature. Pure water is a clear and transparent liquid. It is colorless, odorless and tasteless one. In case of boiling point, I think you all know the boiling point of water, right? What is the boiling point of water? Yes, it is 100 degrees Celsius at atmospheric pressure. At this temperature, water boils and changes into steam. the boiling point of water increase with increase in pressure. And next one, freezing point. And do you know what is the freezing point of water? Yes, it is 0 degree Celsius. At this level only water becomes into solid state, that is ice. Thus the freezing point of water is 0 degree Celsius, and the freezing point of water decrease with increase in pressure. Next, coming to the next property, that is density. When ice cubes are put in a glass of water at room temperature, they float on the surface of water, and this is due to ice is lighter than water. It means that the density of ice is lower than that of the water. And next property, expansion of water. For the same mass of ice and water, the volume of ice is more than that of water. It is an unusual physical property of water. And then the next one is latent heat of vaporization of water. When water attains the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, it starts changing its state from liquid to gaseous state. However, the temperature of water does not rise above 100 degrees Celsius. It is due to the supplied heat energy only changes the state of the boiling water. And next, coming to the latent heat of fusion of ice. If ice cubes are heated in a beaker in which a thermometer is placed, the thermometer does not register any rise in temperature till all the ice melts out. And next, coming to the next property, that is specific heat capacity. The amount of heat that is needed to raise the temperature of a unit mass of substance by 1 degree Celsius is said to be the specific heat capacity of the substance. So what is meant by specific heat capacity? It is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a unit mass of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. That is said to be specific heat capacity. Next, coming to the chemical properties of water, and the first property will be reaction with the litmus paper, and the second one is stability, and then catalytic nature, and then reaction with metal and non-metal. First, we shall see action towards litmus paper. Pure water is neutral in nature and it shows no action towards the litmus paper. And next, coming to the next property, that is catalytic nature. Water acts as a catalyst in a number of reactions. Perfectly dry hydrogen and chlorine does not react in presence of sunlight. However, in presence of traces of water, it reacts with explosion to produce hydrogen chloride. And then stability. Water is very stable compound. It does not decompose into elements when heated to ordinary temperature. However, if it is heated to 2000 degrees Celsius, 0.02% of water decompose to form hydrogen and oxygen gas. And next one is reaction with the metal. Water reacts with some metals like sodium, potassium and calcium vigorously at room temperature. Sodium reacts with water to form hydrogen gas and sodium hydroxide solution. Due to the heat evolved in this reaction, hydrogen gas catches fire and it burns out. While magnesium is little more sluggish, it reacts with water and gives hydrogen and magnesium hydroxide solution. And next one is reaction with the non-metal. Red hot carbon reacts with steam to produce water gas, and chlorine gas dissolves in water and produce hydrochloric acid. So in our today's session, we have seen the composition of water and what are all the physical and chemical properties of water. And then your today's home fun, your first question, write any two physical properties of water, and the second question, what is the reaction of water with the metal and non-metal, and the third question, write the experiment based upon electrolysis of water. Thank you, children.